What's up, guys? How are we doing today? Today we're going to be playing a little game I like to call Fact or Opinion, Fire Emblem Edition. Today, we're going to be looking at your outrageous opinions and deciding whether or not they are correct or not. Whether or not they are indeed a fun fact or an outrageous opinion. So, with the help of chat, we're going to decide whether or not you guys are smart or kind of dumb. So let's do it, shall we? Let's pick an opinion. We asked for these about 3 days ago. Says maybe it might have been 3 or 4 days ago. And let's go. Let's start with let's start with. There was a really good one that I wanted to start with. This one right here. All right, Gavin Cheese. They say the Gaiden Echo's Three Houses magic system is way more interesting and fun to mess with than Tomes could ever hope to be. So, is this a fun fact? Is this a fun fact? Or an outrageous opinion? Please place your votes now, ladies and gentlemen. Is this a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? Sadly, can't really stick around. All right, Hans Gretel. It's all right, man. Hope everyone's doing good. 100% fact so far. Love Tomes, but that's a fact. I don't know, maybe. Well, I guess we'll find out in a second. Oh, we're still at 100% fact here. How's the music volume, by the way? Let me know if it's too loud, too quiet. All right, we're gonna end it there. The volume sounds good to you. Cool. Guys, I hate to do this to you. I hate to do it to you already. This isn't a fact. This is an outrageous opinion. This is indeed an outrageous opinion. To say my problem with it is that it says that they're more fun to mess with than Tomes could ever hope to be. But I think that is, I don't like big generalizing statements like that. I don't know. I think that there's definitely potential for Tomes to be just as interesting if they were added into, like, with more variety. I think Fates does a fairly good job of this, where there's tons of different tomes and adding the spirit weapons that act as tomes basically, right? Except they give you stat buffs as well. I think that stuff's really cool. So I think that this is a little bit of hyperbole. So outrageous opinion. Outrageous opinion. Sorry, guys. You guys were just wrong this time, you know? Guys were just wrong this time. Oh, this is a fun one. From RC. From RC. Engage has some of the best designs in Fire Emblem, in my opinion. I love wacky and weird designs, so that's exactly what I want. Oh. Oh. This is a fun one. This is topical. Ooh, topical poll. So tell me, friends, is this a fun fact? It's a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? Is this one a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? Engage has some of the best designs in Fire Emblem. It's a fun fact or an outrageous opinion. Which of the games will show you the spells you would learn, but I like the way the spell list differentiates mages. Zach, yeah, Zach, I get that. Yeah, I feel that. Engage designs are pretty good, not gonna lie. Based opinion. I like colorful designs, but some of Engage's take it a step too far. Marie hates them. I hate them. I remember when they first invented Engage designs. I always hated them. Right? All right, most of you are saying this is an opinion so far. Most of you are saying this is an opinion. Still genuinely surprised that we got Engage's art style after the runaway success of Three Houses. Well, I think Engage was already in development before Three Houses was super popular. Fully expected a new game to look very similar. Yeah. All right. I think we'll call it. Yeah, this one, you guys aren't wrong. Yeah, this is definitely an outrageous opinion. Outrageous opinion. I would like to, RC, I would like to point you to Thracia 776 and the Tellius games for designs that are incredibly good. They are very wacky and weird designs, though. He's right about that. Very right about that. A lot of people ask this. So I know like Bry Guy and Uber Cow both said something to this effect. We'll just do Uber Cows because he's right here. What do you guys think of this one? Uber Cow, and again, a few others like Bry Guy and such, say we should get more games in the world of 3 houses. We should get more games in the world of 3 houses. Is this a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? The choice is yours. Love most of Engage's designs just because they are just a major breakaway from the typical look of the FE games. It is very different. It is very different. I've had 2 Fodlan games. I'll pass on more for now. I was done with Fodlan after 3 houses. You didn't like 3 Hopes? You didn't like it? What the heck? Still need to play 3 Hopes, to be honest. Yeah, I would say don't waste your time. I'm bad though. Nah, I love 3 Houses, but I doubt they could capture the same magic that game had. What was the magic that game had? I don't feel like 3 Houses like was that special. I feel like for me, what made it special was it was the first game that came out while I was doing YouTube. Gotta ask, how do you get into one of these? So I a few days ago I put out a community post asking for your outrageous opinions. So if you ever see a community post from me like this, just throw your wacky opinion in there. Doesn't even have to be about Fire Emblem. I'll talk about anything. Yeah, here's Bry Guys. It's basically the same thing. He said a prequel, but yeah. Hey, CW, thanks. Would you rather play Fire Emblem or a Ticket to Ride? Ticket to Ride is pretty sick, not gonna lie. I do love Ticket to Ride. I didn't play 3 Hosts because I was just done with them after 3 Houses. The whole thing gets annoying after 4 playthroughs. The replayability. It is very replayable. It is very replayable. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. All right. Ooh, a nice 69% of you are saying this is an opinion. That this is an opinion. And yeah. Wow, 3 opinions so far. 3 opinions so far. This is definitely an opinion. Definitely an opinion. 3 Houses world is done in my mind. I don't see what else there is to really explore there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you call me dumb, but I think 3 Houses and 3 Hopes was enough. I don't really care about a prequel. I don't really care about anything that happens after Byleth and whatnot. I would be like, the only thing that I would want it to be like, if it was in the same world, it'd have to be like an awakening compared to, you know, Arcanea kind of thing, where it'd be like thousands of years later, you know. Better to make a new world than milk the same one again and again. Yeah, I agree with that. That's what makes Fire Emblem so special, is having all of these different worlds to explore. It isn't like, of course they're all Fire Emblems, so they all feel similar-ish, but they're definitely like very distinctly different. You know, I always bring up the Tellius games, but you look at the Tellius games and that was like one cohesive story as a sequel, and that was fine to return there because, again, it was just a continuation. It made complete sense to finish out that story. But if you were to go back to Tellius, I wouldn't care. I don't want to go back to Tellius ever. Tellius is done. And it's just so special to have, you know, like, you have the Tellius games, and those are so unique and special. And then you have like even like the Alib games, where I don't think we needed a prequel to FE6, but we got it anyways. So does Fire Emblem really ever end? So it's, Addison, it's not even like the stories don't even really connect most of the time. There's only a few instances where they do. It's a brand new story pretty much every single game. So you don't have to play like the first game to know what happened, to get what's happening in the 16th game, kind of thing, right? And I think that's a good thing. Fire Emblem. It's time for Fire Emblem to end. Yeah, that's a outrageous opinion, sir. Oops, there we go. Ooh, okay. This is a fun one. This is a fun one from Artificial Ace Attorney. We're just gonna do the first sentence here. It's too much. Keep these like, you can like explain yourself, but keep it a little shorter, you know? Nice, because I'm thinking about getting into getting it. What do you think? Addison, totally should. Fire Emblem was awesome. I love it to death. I feel like if another Fire Emblem game were to come out for Three Houses, I feel like a continuation for like the world outside of Fodlan. After Azure Moon, Dimitri has to defend from the other countries. Oh yeah, like Almyra, Dagda, all that. That'd be cool. Yeah, Brigid. It would be cool, but I don't really care to go back. I don't feel like there's really a story to tell there. All right, Artificial Ace Attorney says, part of the reason, I need to end this poll. Part of the reason why I like Crimson Flower more than the other routes is because it's shorter, not despite it being shorter. So really, I guess, is it a good thing that they're saying it's a good thing that Crimson Flower is shorter than the other routes? Is this a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? Is this a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? It was shorter because it wasn't finished. You've only played Twilight. You've only played Azure Moon? Really? You got to at least play Verdant Wind. Verdant Wind's really good. Maybe if a continuation for Three Houses could be right after the events of Crimson Flower for Against Those Who Slither in the Dark. I mean, that would just be, you know, the last 2 chapters of Verdant Wind, right? Three Houses is probably my least played Fire Emblem game. Fair. You know what? It's very different from previous games. I get that. But you really should try playing through like Verdant Wind or something. Oh, this is pretty split. I love Claude. Don't get me wrong, but I like Silver Snow more. You like Silver Snow? I think, I don't know. I have a certain appreciation for the final map of Silver Snow since playing it with Magic only. That made it really fun, but I don't know. The At Dawn map is the hypest map in Three Houses, except the final maps, I swear. I mean, Reunion at Dawn, Hunting by Daybreak, they're good. I get it, but it's just, they would be better if it wasn't like so softlock heavy, you know, if it wasn't so hard to defend all your units. This is really annoying how they do it. If you don't want to do Hunting by Daybreak, then the shorter route is great. But if you care about story, then it's a detriment to the route. Yeah. Ranks for the routes in Three Houses for both story and gameplay. I think I've done that before actually. So I have a video about that somewhere. Okay. So 67% of you are saying this is an opinion. And I think I am gonna, you know what? Yeah, I agree with that one. I think this is an opinion. This is an opinion. I do like when a story knows to stop going. Like it knows it doesn't need to be any longer. But that's the problem with Crimson Flower, is that it probably should have been a little longer. They stop with they stop worrying. Like, why don't they just let us take care of those who slither in the dark on in the last couple chapters, right? Why don't they just tack on the last couple chapters of Azure Moon? Let us go fight Nemesis as Edelgard and family and co, and that would be really cool. But for some reason they just decided to not do that. It's almost like Crimson Flower. I almost feel like they made the game with Silver Snow in mind, and then they made Azure Moon and Verdant Wind, and then they're like, might as well make her Crimson Flower a thing. We were this close to greatness. Yeah. Crimson Flower was a rush project. Yeah, and it shows. It definitely shows, right? Definitely shows. They should have us kill Edelgard's dad, because why not? Well, isn't he like old? Doesn't he die? Isn't that like part of the story? The kind of works considering that at the stage of the war they are in the Empire is the strongest side of the war. Yeah. Okay. I get that. Get that. Okay. Man, okay. No. Oh, let's do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. From Elijah Lapret. They say, I really liked Laguz units. I absolutely dislike other beast units / Manikeets. They are kind of boring. While they need some fine tuning or many ways to play or more ways to play with their gauge or weapon ranks, I would like to see units that have a transformation gauge rather than a stone that just lets them automatically transform. So are Laguz better than other beast type units? That's the question. Are Laguz better than like Tagwell, Kitsune, Manikeets, those kind of things? Is that a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? Is this a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? Just fight Edelgard's dad as a zombie? Yeah, okay. How are dragons boring? Okay, it's less about dragons being boring and it's more about the mechanics. The mechanics behind them. Think about the mechanics behind like Tiki in Awakening versus like, you know, even Kurth Naga, another dragon in in Radiant Dawn, right? Although that's a bad example because that, but more thinking about like Leth or Lyre. I actually agree. The standard transforming units typically feel hardly dissimilar to regular units, while Laguz units and their mechanics feel more distinct. Yeah, that makes them so different, right? I don't know. I guess we'll see. The Dragonstones are boring as heck. Yeah, agree. Mad agree. Yeah, dragons by themselves are cool. I think we can all agree that dragons are pretty dope. But Manikeets can be fun because of how over the top they can be, but fair point. Fair. Okay, I get that. Okay. Moram from Path of Radiance is a major beast. He's a level 9 in recruitment, but can still keep up on endgame. Well, that's the thing. The Laguz, they have a whole different leveling system, really, is what it comes down to. I know it looks similar, but they get less experience, but their level ups are essentially worth double. It's just really cool that way. I like it. I think that the Laguz did it best in Tellius. Ooh, 69% of you were saying this is an opinion. Ooh. You guys don't like Laguz, huh? You probably call them subhumans and stuff. That's kind of messed up, man. That's kind of messed up. But are Laguz more interesting than other beast units and Manikeets in the series? Sorry to disagree with you guys. I'm surprised by this, but yeah, this is a fun fact. Laguz are so cool, guys. Laguz are so cool. Having to manage their gauge is just like another, like, I don't know. I like micromanagement in Fire Emblem. I think it's really fun and cool. It's one of the reasons I play it. And I really like that extra aspect. I really love that extra aspect. Now you want to play Path of Radiance? Path of Radiance, they're not as good. Radiant Dawn is where they really hit their stride. Radiant Dawn Laguz are incredibly cool. I think it helps that one of the best characters in the game is a Laguz that's introduced early in Volug, and with half shift makes them really interesting and cool that way. But even like my favorite unit in the game is Lyre. She's not good, but she's fun to use. And Laguz are just fun, man. Laguz are just fun. That's a fun fact. You're gonna guess Lyre? Yeah, Lyre's my favorite. I used her in my a 24-hour stream thing, and it was fun. Okay. Okay. From Tid Bit Retro, or TID Bit Retro. to read this one here. Oh, no, whoops. They say, none of the Fire Emblem games that have a blank avatar as the lead are better than the Fire Emblem game with an actual fleshed out character as the lead. Is this a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? Is having our avatars always bad for the story? Or not even, they're just saying the game is better. None of the FE games that, yeah, they don't even say story. No, they're just saying that games with avatars are worse than those without them. I think it's time to change music. What do you guys say? This song is beautiful. Opinion, Wii Shop channel music goes hard. That's a fun fact. It's a fun fact, is what I say. Okay, well, this is an opinion. Wow, you guys are saying this is an opinion, huh? 20 votes, 75% are saying that TID or Tidbit Retro is an opinion. It's all about the Check Me Out channel theme. That song is really good. But the Sonic Frontier soundtrack is randomly phenomenal as well. Oh, sick. Fate's Conquest and Three Houses are def better than like FE7 and 8 gameplay wise, at least. Yeah. Yeah, maybe they lost themselves in the wording here or something, but yeah, this is definitely an outrageous opinion. To say that none of the Fire Emblem games that have a blank avatar as a lead are, like, say that they're all worse than every other game is pretty ridiculous. Gameplay wise, very much an opinion. Story wise, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying. My favorite stories are probably Path of Radiance and 3C776. And yeah, so I guess that would hold true like story wise, but gameplay, I'm not so sure. Not so sure. Not so sure. All right. Probably Nick. This is actually this is like a childhood friend of mine. Actually, childhood friend, probably Nick. By childhood friend, I mean like childhood best friend. We were best friends like all through like, you know, all through growing up, even through high school and stuff. So probably Nick says the Fire Emblem Engage character designs are growing on me. I'm not sure if that's controversial, but I hated them at first, and now I think they are fine. So, Engage designs are not as bad as we first thought. Fact or opinion? Fun fact or outrageous opinion? Feel the same? He kind of spitting. Yeah, yeah. Probably Nick was my best friend growing up. We haven't talked in a long time. It's bad. I should reach out to him. You always thought they were good, though? Well, I guess you think it's an opinion. First, I was just incredibly surprised at the visual direction that they have. Yo, Jerry. Thank you. Wait, are you a new member? Are you a new member? Or is that a resub? Six months ago, it's a new sub. Winning. Yes. Thank you, Jerry. The alert should pop up any minute. I hate it. It pops up on YouTube way faster than it ever could pop up on my my OBS. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. I'll actually show this off really quick while we're still voting. How does this show? Does it show well? Not really. Oh, there it is. I love that song. A Light Storm is so good. So I haven't finished it yet, but these are member goals for, whoa. What happened? Everything went crazy because I did the thing where you shake it and it makes everything go down. Anyways, these are member goals. So once we hit like 35 members, we're gonna like, yeah, untitled spreadsheet out of 10. Yep, that's me. Untitled. For the big marathon, we're gonna have like upgrades and things. So like once we reach 35, it'll be like Binding Blade hard mode instead of regular. Or 45 members will have Hector hard mode instead of, I'll probably just do like Elwood normal or something. At 55, we'll unlock Conquest because I was planning on just doing Birthright, and so on and so forth. I think it could be fun. 85 member one though. Yeah, I'm not gonna do book one unless we get that. So, but I'll pop in and out with some Garbo opinions. I promise. Thanks, Jerry. So we just need a bunch of members, and we'll get that rolling. It'll be fun. Okay. All right. So the Fire Emblem Engage character designs are growing on us. I think that's true of us as like a community. I think people are starting to come around. So I'm going to say that this is 100% a fun fact. This is definitely a fun fact. Definitely a fun fact. I think some of the more recent ones that have come up, I think a lot of people like, I think it's Tamara is how you say her name. The one with the green, yellow, pink outfit thing. Oh! Ah! Jerry, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you. You're too kind. Yeah, keep the alerts coming, baby. Thank you so much. Holy crap. Can we get some from all the members? Can we get some pagas going? Get some pagas for Jerry. 6 subs in and still haven't liked the stream. Get some pagas in the chat. That's what it's called. It's paga, right? I always forget if I call it paga. Yeah, I call it paga. Why is it called underscore? Why is it underscore paga? Weird. Yo, Jerry, you're a freaking legend. Thanks, man. Thanks, pal. Yeah, if you got gifted a membership, say thank you to Jerry. Yeah, you're what a freaking legend, dude. Thank you. Yeah, Fire Emblem Engage characters. Yeah, this is a fact, 100% a fact. I think a lot of the new designs have really turned some people on to it. I even think some of the ones they were showed earlier were okay. I liked My Pleasure, my man. How's the Maxter's doing? Maxter is doing good. She's very pregnant and very tired. But she's doing good. She's doing good. Ready for the babies. Ready for the twins to come, for sure. All right. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. But yeah. Diamond coming out. Everyone likes him. I think a lot of the Brodian units look really cool. So I think the character design is going to start warming up on people if they don't like it yet. Addison Long, how's Milo? Milo's good. He's a good doggo. He is a great dog. He's just chilling. All right. Well, heck, that puts us up to 31 members. Thank you. Too kind. Too kind. Like the blue-haired prince, the bow guy. The one that's it's Alcarist. Silly that the better Milo gets, the less we get to think about and hear him. Yeah, that's the thing. Milo, ever since we were thankfully we were able to move away from the really scary neighborhood we were in, and now there's just less action outside, so Milo doesn't freak out as much. It's nice. He's a good boy. Diamant and Chloe both have neat designs. Yeah, Diamant is... calling it now, he's going to be one of the favorite characters in the game for most people. For a lot of people. Okay. Next, from Infantry Pulse. A Fire Emblem Heroes fan, I assume. I guess that's what... You know what they say about assuming. You know what they say about assuming. Right? Alright. Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a fun game, actually. This is a fun fact or an outrageous opinion. Fun fact or an outrageous opinion. Is TMS actually a good game? Is it actually fun? Bought TMS ages ago and still haven't gotten around to playing it, but I will someday, I swear. Never played it, but it sounds like an opinion. Never actually played it. Can't comment. Man, too many of you guys haven't played it. I will say I didn't play through it as soon as it came out. Maybe I'm a fake fan. Well, actually, when it first came out on the Wii U, I was on my mission for my church, so I didn't play video games for like 2 years. But once it came out on Switch, I picked it up and played it. And yeah, I guess I'll give my opinion on that in a minute. Never played it, but you're a hater? Yeah. I feel like anyone who hasn't played it hates it. Really liked how the combat felt, but I didn't like the idol culture stuff. Didn't like the idol culture stuff. All right, we're sitting at 55% fact. This is fewer votes. I don't think people really have an opinion on this one. It's like High School Musical and Persona had a baby, became that game, and then and they sprinkled some Fire Emblem characters on top. Yeah, the idol stuff is horrible. It's disgusting. I can't stand all the idols and the songs and the singing and the cutesy artwork, and the characters are annoying for the most part. It's honestly, I can't stand a lot of what the game has going on. So with all that said, this is a fun fact. This game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions gameplay loop is just really satisfying, guys. If you can get past the J-pop, it's really fun. It's really fun. And yeah, I wish there were more Fire Emblem characters where it was actually like a Fire Emblem crossover instead of just like, oh, here's Chrom, kind of. Or here's Sita, kind of. You know, I wish they would have done more with it, but it's honestly a really cool explanation too. It's spoilers for the end of the game. But it's a really cool explanation for why they're in the like real world, or like why they're in like Earth world. It's actually pretty cool. I think if you are a big Fire Emblem fan, it's worth playing at least one time. If you can get it on sale or something, or find it used. The censorship wasn't really that bad once you know what it was, to be honest. Made it a bit more palatable to me. I don't even know what the censorship was. I have no idea. I didn't know they... I guess I probably should have assumed they censored something, but I don't know. This game actually sucks because X, Y, and Z. Anyway, the game is actually super solid. Exactly, Bry Guy. Exactly. It is a dumpster fire of a story, a dumpster fire of like character and character design. But it's pretty freaking fun. It's pretty fun. Yeah, if you haven't played it, if you like JRPGs and you like Fire Emblem, you should probably play it at some point. All right, let's do a couple more here. Malachi Durant, maybe? What do you say? Three Houses has the worst skill system. I don't want to talk about that. Should give archers more range but less damage. Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to agree with that one. Oh, dang, Capet, we already talked about this, or else we would totally have done this one. Three Houses, lacks of true bad units. Yeah, I talk about that all the time. Fire Emblem Path of Rangers are one of the best FE games ever created. I mean, of course, that's hyperbole. Oh, okay, I like this one. Okay, aggressively mediocre. Aggressively mediocre. Honestly, one of my favorite YouTube usernames I've seen. Great name. Okay. Let's see here. Let's end this poll. All right. All right. Aggressively mediocre says permadeath isn't an absolutely necessary feature for Fire Emblem. I really like the mechanic, but if the devs design a game in a way that's unfriendly to it, they should consider dropping it for the game if it would make it a better experience. There are already so many games in the series, it might be interesting to explore the gameplay possibilities that might afford. This is a really fun one. I like this one a lot. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on this one. So is this a fact or an opinion? Type that in. So, do you guys agree? Permadeath isn't an absolutely necessary feature for Fire Emblem. What do you think? What do you think? They do say they like the mechanic. I think that's good to note that they like it, but do you need it? Yeah, this song's really pretty. I feel like it should always be an option, at least with a footnote that's like, hey, this isn't really how we designed this one, but go ahead. This is where I become old man yells at Cloud's elitist and says that there'd be a second Valhalla if an FE game released without permadeath. Darn Fire Emblem fans, they ruined Fire Emblem. I feel like the design has been unfriendly for permadeath since Awakening, and they just leave it in for the hardcore players. Huh. Jerry says, hard fact, I love being able to use units as pawns and not getting punished for it. I love letting them die. Echo soundtrack is so darn good. Yeah, dude, Echo soundtrack is pretty solid. Very solid. I think it should always be an option, but the game has a disclaimer because I'm an Iron Manner. Fair. Objectively, I think it's true. Subjectively, I would be immensely sad if it wasn't an option. When I hear the word permadeath, I think of death by a perm. Yeah, you went to your hair salon and they get the rollers out to perm your hair, and they roll your hair so tight that your scalp gets ripped off and you die. It's a death by a perm. Perm-a-death. If my units die, it shall be by my hand because I'm a bad Fire Emblem player and I'm proud. Permadeath is a staple of the series, but yeah, it's not like recent games are designed around it, in which is a bit of a shame, and I hope that changes someday. I don't like death, so classic mode just makes me sad. Fair. Fair. Excel Emblem, or however you say it. I don't even know how to say his name. I would be crying inside. I mean, that's like what he does, right? He just does Iron Man, so that's like his whole shtick. I do think that a full game with maps designed around permadeath being turned off would be sick, though. All right. Ooh, this one's split. This one's almost 50-50. Aggressively mediocre. Is this a fact or an opinion? And okay, I'm gonna cheat here. I'm gonna say this is a fact opinion. This is a fact opinion. It's both. It's both. Yeah, of course, permadeath isn't necessary for Fire Emblem. What's up, aggressively mediocre? We were saying, I love your username, by the way. It gets me every time. Yeah, this is definitely a fact opinion. That's what we're gonna call it. A fa opinion, maybe a fa opinion or a facinion, however you want to say it. Definitely a fact and an opinion. So I agree. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think you need permadeath for Fire Emblem to work, but I don't like the idea of it being gone. So I have a hard time just being like, yeah, get rid of it. I think I like how games like Tactics, I've been playing Tactics Ogre recently, right? I like how Tactics Ogre and like Final Fantasy Tactics handle permadeath to some extent, where there is permadeath, but there is a chance to revive dead allies. I think that could be a cool spin on permadeath for Fire Emblem, where you have like 3 turns to revive someone or something, or they like die forever. It's like saying Mario isn't necessary for Smash Bros. I mean, I guess, but that would be weird. Yeah, that's a good take. Yeah, Zach. Yeah. This is a fact opinion for sure. It could be either way. I could go either way on this one. Obviously not necessary, but it'd be sad without it. And I think there is like they should look into how they handle permadeath and change it a little bit. Not get rid of it, but change it. Okay. Ooh, okay, this is cool. This is a fun one from Laguz. Sorry if I say your name wrong. They say Kanto should be on infantry units instead of mounted units. It is easier to change direction on foot than on a horse. This way, mounted units would still have the distance advantage, but infantry would have a flexibility advantage in their movement. Alright, this is a fun fact or an outrageous opinion. Kanto is remove. It's the ability to move after. It's the ability to move after you attack or something. That is literally a really silly thing to say. You think so? I think Kanto is a flawed thing in Fire Emblem in general. Shall you post another opinion on the page? Why don't you DM it to me on Discord? Just DM it to me, Major. By the way, Major, did you notice you got gifted a membership? Kind of crazy. Got your king sword next to you. Oh, we're 50-50 on this one. 50-50. Kanto gives excellent unit feel. All right, booty bopper. Interesting, but I imagine drive-bys and hit and runs are a common tactic though. Don't you have to claim gifted memberships on YouTube? Do you? I have no idea, Jerry. I don't know how it works. They've been changing a lot of things with YouTube Live recently. So the main part of horse combat in real life is the speed of which a horse goes allows for hit and run tactics. Like the real life example doesn't work. Okay. There's a setting to allow gifted subs that you have to turn on. Do I have it on? I assume I do. Are you fine if you do the same thing as Major? Yeah, go ahead. The individual user. Oh, that's odd. Why make that something you have to turn on? Why wouldn't people want memberships? That is odd. Yeah, this is a fun take. YouTube dumb. True. Wait, where do you turn it on? Yeah, if you're gonna be in this chat for the marathon, I would definitely suggest turning that on. You posted your amazing take. Did you send it to? Did you DM it to me? Just DM me. Oh yeah, you did. Okay. Sorry, I don't get alerts while I'm streaming. Oh yeah, we'll definitely do that one, Major. We'll definitely do that one. That's a fun one. Okay. So should Kanto be on infantry units? Is this a fun fact? No, I got it, Major. I got it. Don't worry. I don't get any alerts. I don't get pings and stuff while I stream. It turns off for me. It was nice. It was nice here. Either fact or opinion, Fire Emblem Edition. Thanks for hanging out. Zer. All right. This is a fun fact or an outrageous opinion. So gameplay wise, this is 100% a fun fact. If you're like looking for the practicality, dang it, Rompus V19 or whatever he's Ronpus. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. I think I'm not even gonna try anymore. Gameplay wise, this is a fun fact. If you're looking for like real world application, I get it being an outrageous opinion, but for gameplay, which is what we're here for, it's a fun fact. This would be awesome. And what I like this idea for being able to like change direction. So here's what I actually have in my head. This is what I'm imagining. I think mounted units should have like the ability to run through a unit to attack them and then continue moving through them, but they can't turn back. But then infantry would have the ability to run in, attack, and run back. So it would still make more sense to me in my head that like, yeah, a cavalier would have a hard time turning around, but yeah, but they could like charge through a unit, right? Kind of like what we've seen with Sigurd's emblem ability or combat or whatever we're calling it in the Engage trailers. Yeah. Pass skill doesn't need to be on calves. Well, you say that, but the game would have to be balanced around it and make it so that sending a unit like headlong into enemy lines would just get you destroyed. Yeah, just let the horse, throw itself past stuff. Yeah, I think this could be a really fun way to work around it. Yeah, giving them pass, I understand that. Maybe make it a cost, like a HP cost or something, but it could be really cool. Ooh, FED love. Thanks, Anami. That's probably my favorite emote that I've personally made. It's Hector, but me with with hearts. It's cute. All right, yeah, this is definitely a fun fact for me. Like I think you'd have like armor knights that wouldn't have Kanto, but you could have someone like a Myrmidon that could be their whole thing. I'm gonna throw my horse at the enemy. That's the play, baby. All right, let's do majors. Major DM'd me. We didn't get to his last time, so I want to do it here. Looking at you, Fetter of Dromai. Let's see if I can get this to pop up well. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Major's a mod in the Discord, just so you guys know. He's a nice guy. Can be a bit abrasive sometimes, but he's cool. He says, Fire Emblem was better. Fire Emblem was better before it became Waifu Emblem. Fire Emblem was better before it became Waifu Emblem. Is this a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? Was Fire Emblem better before it became Waifu Emblem? Again, sorry for the ghetto thing here. He sent it to me as a DM. But what do you guys think? I would say Waifu Emblem started officially in Awakening, but I think you can make a case for it in for other games as well. Like New Mystery of the Emblem. I don't know. The Avatar character kind of has that going for it. But you have moments of it throughout the series. But I think Awakening is what you should say. I should elaborate. The game didn't need the waifu-esque mechanics to be good. Okay, I like that. Yeah, waifu mechanics aren't needed. We don't need that stuff. FE4 is literally the player shipping all the characters. But is it like... It makes sense in the game, though. It just works. I don't know. I think the waifu appeal and stuff and all that, it's more to do with like character design and character personalities and stuff. I agree that it shouldn't be Waifu Emblem, but the game quality didn't get affected too badly. There wasn't as much fan service. Yeah. I think it only really exists in games where waifu appeal is directed at the player. That's unfair. There are like 12 games before Awakening on average. I would say no. When you introduce Avatar and child units, that's where you can see the waifu aspects. Like the older games didn't have all their female units with a boob window. True. It's true. Some of them even had like normal armor, even though they were, women. And for some reason, that's like a hard thing to do, apparently, in modern Fire Emblem. The fan service can be a bit much sometimes, but I love me some waifus. Yeah. Ronbon has his priorities straight. Waifu Emblem is FE12 and before. I think you mean FE12 and after. That's what you're trying to say. All right. For every impractical armor setup for the women to engage. Yeah. All right. Is this a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? Now, I think I have to say, I'm going to say this is a fun fact. With the framework, or like my mindset being, that Fire Emblem doesn't need the waifu mechanics or anything like that. We don't need scantily clad women in our video games to be good or to be interesting, right? I think there's been fan servicey elements in the series ever since the beginning. FE female armor design peaked with Titania. Titania's armor is really cool. Titania's armor is really cool. I'm trying to think. I think Nephany in Radiant Dawn also has some cool armor. It's less good in Path of Radiance. It's kind of weirdly bare on the bottom half. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, I think that's true. Titania is really cool looking. All right. Yeah, I think this is a fun fact. To be honest, I'd be much more okay with fan service if the men's armor designs were just as sexy as women's. All right. Just like the characters. You know what? I like most of the characters too. I feel that. Honestly, if you like the characters, you like the characters. Design, but my thing is like first impressions and like judging a book by its cover. Like we all do it no matter what, and it hurts when they have like stupid designs, right? Balthus was a step in the right direction. Mr. 8-pack himself. I enjoyed the heck out of the monastery for the first 2/3 of your first playthrough. I think the light socialization element is really helps. Oh, what the heck are you talking about? Yeah, Nephany was lacking leg armor design. True. Balthus 8-pack. Balthus's 8-pack is his armor design. True. He has like that weird little chain thing across his chest and then freaking baller abs. Alright. Beta Core. Anna's not the worst unit in 3 houses. In fact, not by a long shot. It's Hanneman. Whatever. Shut up. Alright, Beta Core. Alright, Beta Core. Get no. Not taking that bait. Okay, let's do one more. I think actually we did Michael send me one? Sorry, Michael, let me check here. Yeah, Michael did send me one. Oh, you sent me a really long one. Michael, we kind of talked about that last time, and then we also talked about Laguz earlier today. So, really sorry, Michael. I'm gonna skip yours for now. Inami is in 4K. Gaiden is kind of fun. Facts. Oh, all right. This movie. This is a spicy one from Cordelia Frey. Conquest map design isn't really all that great. Is Conquest map design really not that great? Ooh, is this a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? What do you guys think? Hey, look, it's me. Mom, that's me in the video. Yeah, Conquest map design isn't really all that great. Is this a fun fact or an outrageous opinion? Fate's maps are gimmicky, where there is some sort of gimmick to every map. Okay, I hate, like, what do you mean gimmicky? What does that even mean? People say that all the time, like, oh, this map is gimmicky. But, like, is that, like, necessarily a bad thing? Yeah, gimmicks aren't inherently bad. We always say that, like, oh, it's too gimmicky. But, like, the gimmicks aren't all bad. Posted a second take. I'll take a look at it. No guarantee we'll do it, though. That's a fun take, Major. Maybe we'll do that next time. Gimmicky means it depends on a particular feature to be good. Take that particular aspect away and it falls apart. Yeah. That's the thing. I like most of the gimmicks. Like, even ones that seem not player friendly or seem kind of annoying, I tend to enjoy. Gimmicks are bad. Every engaged thumbnail showing Emblem Corrin's engage abilities. I think Corrin's going to be cool. I think Corrin's going to be really cool. I'm excited to see what Corrin can do in that game. Marth's Rapier is too much of a gimmick for all these FE1 babies. Revelation's gimmicks isn't that bad when Awakening has done worse gimmicks max than Fates has done. I don't think Awakening has done worse gimmicks max maps, so I can't talk. I think Awakening is just boring. All the maps are the same. In a bench, ring Corrin because you hate her and Fates as a whole. Whoa. It's a little much there. All right, wow. Most of you are saying this is an outrageous opinion. Most of you are saying this is an outrageous opinion. You know, this one's hard for me. This one's hard for me because Conquest has some of the highest highs in the series as far as map design goes. But when it doesn't hit, it misses real hard. It misses pretty bad. I have a hard... Ah, man. Really enjoyed the Defense Chapter 10. Everyone likes that map, right? Bigsby, like that one's really good. Only Conquest chapters I dislike are 19, 20, and 24. What? Sorry, are those... is that Ninja Cave, Hinoka, and then, like, final map? Oh, hello. Check me out, Plaza. Let's go. Oh, this song's awesome. Fox, Wind, Hinoka. Okay, thank you. I don't even mind the Fox map. I think it's actually kind of fun to have units that you can't kill. Final map is dope. I do like the final map. The Hinoka map is kind of a pain. I'll admit that. So I'm not sure which way to go on this one. Because ultimately, I think... It's hard because there are some that are not fun. But for the most part, they're really good. 7 and 8 are kind of... 7 and 8? 7 and 8 aren't bad. I don't mind them. I don't know. We'll see on my replay when it comes up. But the stupid, goofy mountain climb in Conquest is literal pain and worse than all the in-game maps combined. Huh. Never felt like the gimmick was just tacked on rather than the map was designed around them. Yeah, Suki Milo or Sukai Milo. Yeah, I agree with that. If you're taking hot takes from chat, mine would be FE6 would be called one of the best designed FE games if every unit had 10 to 15 more hit. Maybe, actually. Huh. You know what? Yeah, this is an opinion. Yeah, this is an opinion. Conquest maps in general are really good. I think there are a few stinkers here and there, but for the most part, they're really good. This was a hard one for me, but I think it's an opinion. In A, you are racing to... Yeah, it's the ice villages, yeah. In between, it's impossible without the right setup and lunatic. I don't know, Vanisher. I kind of like that chapter personally. FE6 is one of the best design games already. Conquest only had 4 bad maps. I would have to really sit down and think about it, but I think I'd probably agree with you. Valentia is one of the best 3DS FE. True. It's definitely top 3. This one hurt as a huge Birthright fan. Sorry, man. All right, I think we're gonna call it there. My throat's getting a little tired. I want to go hang out with Maggie. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks, Jerry. Thank you so much for becoming a member and then gifting memberships like crazy. Like, you're insane. Too kind, too generous. It means a lot. This was a lot of fun though. I like doing these factory opinion streams. I know they don't get a ton of traffic, but I think they're fun. Warriors 3DS crying in the corner. Yeah, no, that game sucks. Thanks, Jerry. Thank you. All right, have a good night, everyone. I will 3 Houses stream soon. What if I told you tomorrow morning? Maybe tomorrow. I was thinking about doing it tonight, but my throat's hurting. I think I need to take a break. Warriors was on 3DS. Yeah.